on my Instagram, I posted it. I said I was gonna do a get ready with me video while I talked about the topics you wanted to hear from me. But I tried to film that about 2 times or 3 times this week, and I just cannot talk while I'm doing my makeup. My makeup is inspired by Euphoria, and I'm so glad I'm not going to show you guys clips of how I did this look because it was so messy. At the same time, I tried talking and like explaining my opinions, and it just didn't make sense at all. The way I wanted to share my opinions, they weren't, it just wasn't clicking. The first topic I got was about the West Philippine Sea and the disputes surrounding it. I cannot properly explain it, so I will be linking a video here on the screen and in the description below, a video that best explains it. Sorry, I'm not able to word this out properly verbally. So the next topic I got was about federalism, and if my idea about it or my opinion about it has changed throughout the years. I think federalism is a good idea. However, but federalism would work if there wasn't so many dynasties. The concept of federalism is great, but the application and the practice of it here is just not working. Next, the academic freeze. I am yes to the academic freeze. Why? Well, as a student who went through online classes last semester, it was very stressful, and most of the time I didn't know what I was doing. All I remember was making these projects just so I passed. And what I observe in online or modular classes is that your teacher is grading you on how well you taught yourself on that lesson. So it's not just students who are currently having trouble with this, but also the teachers. And I wish they would just adjust the academic calendar for everyone. Next is Vincentiments. So I'm pretty sure everyone here knows what Vincentiments are. We've either come across their videos on Facebook or someone made us watch their videos on YouTube. Honestly, I've watched 2 videos of Vincentiments and I just didn't understand the lesson or like what the goal of those videos were. I know this production team is trying to be woke or socially aware, or trying to let people be aware of social issues, but the goals in their videos really don't show that. Okay, next. Next is vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. I am all for veganism or vegetarianism if you can afford it and if you're able to pursue that lifestyle, because it is the most eco-friendly lifestyle there is. So I'll put a statistic. So yes, you can see the difference and you can see why vegan or vegetarian lifestyle is very eco-friendly. Okay, next is this TikTok video that I'm pretty sure all of you saw on Facebook already or in your TikTok feed.
I'm sorry. Hindi ako maganda, pero I don't go out on a date na. May 3 tao lang po akong pinagbigyan, pero I got so disappointed.
So when I first saw this TikTok, it was this way, like with the duet, and the girl reacted to her explaining why she doesn't go on dates anymore. So she explained the 3 dates that she's been to, and those are the reasons why she doesn't go on dates anymore. Okay, so I don't understand the hate towards her, because this is just a grown woman sharing her experience with 3 dates and sharing her preferences and her standards for a date, which is actually really good. Like, she voiced out her preferences, which you are supposed to have when you are going into the dating scene. These are the only criteria she has when she's dating someone. I don't know, man. People are too harsh on other people when they see someone who isn't like that. I understand where the hate is coming from, kind of, because I myself don't really care where you bring me on dates, but she has her standards and preferences here. But that's just her, and as a woman or as a person, as her own person, she can have those standards and preferences. So yes, no hate on her, just a woman sharing her experience. Which leads us to cancel culture. Okay, so I do not like cancel culture. In the early years of Twitter, I guess, there was already cancel culture. And the thing was, it was about holding people accountable for things that they did or said in the past, and they needed to acknowledge it and apologize for it. So that was what cancel culture was before. But now, cancel culture became so toxic that they just keep canceling people for a lot of ridiculous reasons. I don't understand sometimes, and then I realize it's just like crab mentality, just dragging everyone down because you can't reach their level for some reason. Instead of cancel culture, I think we should start practicing holding people accountable for things they said or done. Like what cancel culture was before, but got lost somewhere in the years. So yeah, we should all just hold people accountable for things that they've said or done, which are really discriminatory or degrading to someone. Okay, next is feminism. If you knew me since junior high school, I guess you'd know that I have been advocating for equal rights. So the way I advocate is like by teaching friends or close ones to me how important feminism is in our patriarchal society today. As much as you want to say that, oh, our society isn't patriarchal, it is. Because if it wasn't, there wouldn't be such a movement as feminism. I believe in the equality of both the male and female sex in social, economic, and political aspects. So they keep saying that it's about women being above men, but no. We just want equal opportunities. That's all we ask for. We just want equal opportunities, equal respect, and like no more discrimination against us, please. Also, if you identify yourself as a feminist and you don't support trans women as being women, I'm sorry to tell you, but that isn't feminism. Next is thoughts on sex work. So this topic is kind of shaky for me, my opinions on it. But all I know is there are a lot of sex workers who are fighting for their rights to be in the working class and to be identified as the working class. So they say themselves that sex work is work. So I don't listen to people about this. I listen to the stories about sex workers, what their stand is on this, instead of listening to people who haven't really experienced it. Most of the stories I've heard is that sex workers want sex work to be treated as work. So they want labor rights. That's the gist of it. They want labor rights so they are able to protect themselves from, all the harassment and the predatory things that happen to a sex worker. Just because they use their body for work doesn't mean you give less respect to them. As a society, we need to check on how we view sex work as well. Next is a very sensitive topic. before you come at me, I do believe that abortion should be an option, but it shouldn't be treated as like the plan B contraceptive. It's not something you do every month or every time you get pregnant. No, you're supposed to use contraceptives so you wouldn't get pregnant. Abortion is for emergencies or for the women who are really unable to raise a child because they are physically, mentally, and psychologically unstable or unready. If you are pro-life, I really do hope that the reason why you're pro-life is not to scream at women not to get abortions, but to also support the children or the lives that are already here which are at risk. So if you're the type of person who just screams at women for having abortions because they're killing a baby, but at the same time don't give two shits about children who are starving in the streets, no. So abortion should be an option available. If it's an option available, it doesn't mean they are forcing you to have an abortion. It's just an option, a choice you can take when and if you need to take it. You know that you have to take that choice. Next are bio queens in drag. My thoughts of bio queens. The drag community is very inclusive. So I think, if you want to do drag makeup and perform like a drag queen, I think the drag community is very welcoming of that. So funny. Next is gaslighting. So gaslighting yourself or gaslighting other people. I have had family members, friends, and ex-boyfriends who have gaslighted me before, and I know how it feels like. But I never knew that you could actually gaslight yourself until recently. So my opinion on gaslighting, it's a big red flag. If you see this big red flag in yourself when you gaslight yourself, I'll link, I guess, ways on how to stop gaslighting yourself. Okay, because I'm not really good at explaining how you're supposed to do it. I'm just going to let the professionals do that for you. Next is, if you come across people who gaslight you, or someone who gaslights other people, just talk to them, like, privately first. Please don't just call them out in public where everyone is, because you're just creating a very hostile environment. So if you do notice someone gaslighting you, I'm pretty sure you could talk to them first about how it's making your relationship with each other very toxic. So yes, and if they don't change still, let's do that. Okay, so we are at our last topic. So last is open relationships. I know this is very taboo for everyone. Or not everyone, but most people, because the films that we see about open relationships usually don't end well. Why don't they end well? Because they usually say they want to do open relationships to bring back that new or that spark in their relationship, which is already wrong. I don't know why I did that. But open relationships are for the couples who are in a stable relationship and they want to opt to an open relationship. I think those are the type of couples that should be going to open relationships. And as long as it's consensual and you both know your boundaries about what your open relationship should and should not do, then I guess it's okay. Talk to each other and communicate. I guess that's how an open relationship would work out. I'm not sure because I've never been in one. So yep, those are my opinions on certain topics. I am out of breath and very sweaty with talking about these topics and sharing my opinions, because I don't want to offend anyone while I'm sharing my opinions, but at the same time I'm reminding myself in my head that these are my opinions based on on my experiences and or based on things that I have observed from other people close to my life. So yeah, thank you for watching my video on my channel, and I'm still open for discourse, so if you want to talk about the things that I talked about, or if you have more questions about the things that I talked about, please comment them down below in the video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next